Are all religions basically the same? Do all religions teach basically the same thing? I mean, is it an option? Is it possible that every religion is really true? That they're all right and they're arguing over nothing?
Bible thinker.
Not too long ago, there was a movie that came out called The Life of Pi. And in that movie, the main character, Pi, was a worshiper of Vishnu from the Hindu religion. And Vishnu led him to Jesus from the Christian religion. And then Jesus led him over to Muhammad from the Muslim religion. And so he was thanking Vishnu for leading him to Jesus and Jesus for taking him to Muhammad. And then he says, there are many doors in the house of faith, saying basically that every religion gives access to the same thing, which is faith, and that faith is kind of this, that's all you really need. Whatever that means, whatever's meant by faith, that's all you really need. Here's my question. Is that really an option? I have to answer this question with a giant no. There's no possible way that every religion is right. It's not an option that we're presented with in reality. Let me give an example. If we have three guys that walk up and they each see a chair and then have a discussion about the chair. One man says, I believe that's a wooden chair and it's brown. Another man says, I believe it's plastic and it's blue. And a third man says, well, I don't think there's any chair at all. Now we have a three-way disagreement about a specific object here. And then a fourth man walks up and says to the other three, hey guys, why are you arguing? Maybe you're all right. Maybe you each have an element of truth and you can all just sort of agree with each other and hold hands and maybe everyone's right. There's a problem with that thinking. I mean, it's very utopian. It's very much like, hey, this will help us get along, which, hey, I like getting along. But not at the expense of truth. And it's not an option. Either all three of these men are wrong or possibly one of them is right. Those are the only two options we have when we're talking about what this chair is. And it's the same thing with religions in the world. Either every religion is wrong, or one of them is in fact right, is the true religion. These are the only two options we have. Allow me to explain the differences between some of these religions. Hinduism teaches that there is no heaven and no hell, and life is a curse, and our goal is to stop existing as a person. Islam teaches that Jesus never died on the cross and that God did a switcheroo and a different person ended up on the cross. Islam also teaches that God has no son and that it is blasphemy to say that Jesus is the Son of God. Mormonism teaches that God was not always God, but that at one time in the distant past, God was a man who was so good that he elevated himself up and actually became a god, and that you too can become a god if you'll do a certain list of things that the Mormon Church provides. And according to Mormonism, Jesus is the brother of Satan and has not always existed. The list goes on and on and on, and the differences become more and more extreme as you really study the different religions, and you realize it's not possible that they're all true. Either one of them is right, or all of them are wrong. Those are our options. Which leads me to my second point. You see, Jesus made some incredibly bold claims as well. Jesus claimed that he was God in the flesh. He claimed that he could forgive sins, and he alone could. He also claimed that he was the only way to get to heaven when you die. These are some very, very bold claims. And that leaves us really very few options when answering the question, who is Jesus? There are those who say of Jesus that they think he's a good person and he was a good teacher and a good moral preacher and that he was a prophet and that he was a man of God, but they don't believe in the claims that he made. See, that option's not really available to us. If you think Jesus is a great guy, but he's not God in the flesh and the only way to heaven, then you're sort of inventing your own reality right now. You're sort of coming up saying, can't we all be right? I like the way C.S. Lewis put it. He said that we should have none of this nonsense where we say that Jesus was merely a good person, but not God in the flesh, because he didn't leave that option open to us. Anyone making the claims that Jesus made is either telling the truth and he truly is God, the Son, or he's insane, he's a crazy man, or he's a liar and evil, a terrible person. So really, we've got three options. I'm certainly unwilling to think that Jesus is insane or a liar. A liar would never die on the cross for his lies for no purpose. And his behavior is not that of an insane man. Even psychologists looking at the Bible record of Christ's teachings go, these are not the ramblings of a crazy man. This man was very balanced and very wise and certainly very sane. I think the first option is true. Jesus is in fact the Son of God. And when we have these dialogues back and forth, about religion, let us not pretend that we're all right. Rather, let us have enough compassion and grace to disagree and still smile at each other and still talk openly. In fact, for me as a Christian, I'm excited when I get to talk to people from other religions and who have disagreeing belief systems. I like to be open and real with it, but not negative and cruel and judgmental. We need an open dialogue. We need to be able to tell each other that we don't agree and not get angry about it. That's what I think. Thanks so much for watching this video. I would love to have your ideas in the comment section below and your response if you agree or disagree. And if you like this video, please click the like button down below. It really does help promote my channel and the videos, and the more promotion there is, the more time I'll spend making these things. And if you have a request that you want me to do a topic, then please let me know. Thanks so much. God bless you. Have a great one.